bro. Where's Williams been, man?
I don't know.
Haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I mean, shit, I barely seen Chris though lately too. I saw,
Yeah.
I mean, Fight to Win, right?
Right.
But don't really see much of people.
No.
We're in our AM dungeon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind it though.
Did you catch the vibe that he getting some on? Was I the only one?
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing. Yeah, I was thinking that same
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, I guess he's far enough removed, right? Where it doesn't really matter. It's not really weird.
no, I don't. I mean, I guess it depends on friendships and relationships with other people too. You know?
Well, I mean, he's not really friends with yeah.
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 Yeah, and that's how I'd see it too. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think there's a couple of those situations with the gym and people like dating and then not dating or whatever.
Right.
That it just seems
Yeah.
it's
That's
not
weird.
not my place, I guess. You know what I mean? What's up, man?
None, man. Just
How you been?
Working. Just Pearl came to visit.
How was it?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Wasn't bad. Yeah, I mean, it's just we just kind of fell into our old routines. It was just good to have her around. We
Yeah.
didn't really do anything special or anything.
Just hung out.
Got to meet her boyfriend.
How was that?
He's all right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than the last guy.
He didn't want to train though, huh?
Yeah, supposedly he's a little bit too busy. I get it.
Hey, you get busy on vacations, you know.
Yeah,
I
I guess
get it.
so.
I get it.
He's got family here too.
Oh
so,
yeah. Well, there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
They're here for a week.
They were here for a week. Obviously he was staying with his mom and visiting them and visiting with friends. Her original plan was just to spend 2 days with us. And then she was gonna go hang out with friends and stuff. And I was like, what the hell?
Just 2 days.
Yeah. I was like, that's whack, man. So yeah, I guess she had a change of heart.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
A week, that's a good long time, you know?
That's a good decent amount.
Yeah.
Good decent amount. Enough to like get the little bit of heartbreak when she's leaving,
Yeah, it's hard to get by that though, right? You know?
Yeah, you'd think that, you'd be over it by now, but I didn't wanna it's definitely not as bad as the first time
Yeah.
when they leave. But I tried to put up a good front, but then my wife was like I'm never gonna stop feeling sad when they leave.
Yeah. As you're trying to like show face,
Right.
you're trying to, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Right.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, that's like, there's some of those times when like we leave Oklahoma after seeing family or something.
Yeah.
The girls are always sad,
Mm.
and they're always, it takes, that 15-hour drive, the first like 4 hours is them just like, and I got to be there the whole time, like, strong dad,
Right.
like, oh, it's okay, we're headed home. Even but there are those times when you're leaving, you're just like kind of sad,
Right.
and
Right.
but you got to get through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I guess
how's the trip?
it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. Saw some snow.
Well, you guys flew this time though, right? So you didn't have to do the 14-hour drive?
Yeah, no, I flew. It was just a weekend
Yeah.
trip, so I flew in and got to see my brothers and got to go see my mom. I surprised her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she didn't even know I was coming into town, so
Just like last time?
yeah. Yep, just like last time. Almost. I mean, aside from getting stuck there, you know what I mean?
Did she find out about last time? Oh,
Still hasn't.
nice.
She hopefully won't, as long as she doesn't listen to tomato cans. Yeah, no, it was a good trip overall. Just, I was in for like 3 days or whatever. Ate a little bit of good food, hung out, saw my brother, saw a cousin, saw my mom, and
Nice.
My dad was out of town, so
Oh, was he?
yeah, they ended up they went down to St. Thomas, St. Croix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
Wow.
had so before, like, I guess before COVID like happened, they had a trip planned to Hawaii,
Uh-huh.
and then COVID happened, so it canceled it.
Yeah.
So they gave them like a certain amount of time from when they scheduled it. They gave them like a year, I guess, that they
Okay.
had to reschedule. So it was coming up on like basically the last month that they had to use the tickets. So when I scheduled my flight out there, it was literally like the day after or something that they had scheduled their flights to
Oh,
go.
really?
Yeah.
So
So
they didn't know either.
yeah, they didn't know. And then whenever I told them I was coming into town, it was like, oh, well, we're not going to be here. And I was like, oh, but that's cool though, you know. So they
Yeah.
got to go have fun. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, but it really wasn't a bad weekend. I mean, relaxing, I guess, as far as getting out of the city, getting out of here,
Right.
you know, but whole series of problems and,
Yeah.
you know, situations arising there. So,
And snow on top.
and snow on top, you know. Yeah, dude, we went to this restaurant, and I guess it's supposed to be like, you know, they say upscale casual is what they called it, but I mean, I don't know, price wise, it might as well be fine dining, I guess.
Right.
You know, it was okay. It wasn't that great, but one of these things they had, we got was this appetizer. It was like a bacon appetizer.
Okay.
And it was, I don't remember what the name. It had some, you know, like "you're baking me crazy" or something like
Okay.
that. You know, some stupid name like that. But literally, like, they brought it out, and it was like 5 pieces of bacon, just like each one seasoned differently. And then they brought it out on this fucking rack. So it was just like a rack, and with 5 pieces of bacon just hanging off of it, dude, with clips. Like,
Wow.
each bacon slice was clipped on there.
Wow.
They had scissors for you to like cut pieces off. It was ridiculous. I looked at it and I was like, this. I mean, I laughed.
Was it at least thick cut bacon?
Yeah, it was thick cut bacon, but
Right.
I didn't give it a very good score on the presentation. You know?
Was it $15?
Yeah, something like
Bucks?
that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was not your cheapest bacon.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was okay. We also got like lobster thermidor,
Okay.
which was okay. Like, the lobster itself was pretty good. But then, like, in the mixture and everything that they did, they put diver scallops in there also.
Mm-hmm.
And these diver scallops, compared to like the rest of the meal, the diver scallops just were like mushy, just weren't good, you know. So we told them, and then they apologized. So they're like, well, we'll bring out some more. So they brought us out like a plate of like just scallops, you know, that they tried to sear better and make taste better. Yeah, it was like mushy and shit, you know.
Right.
Just
Pre-frozen shit.
Yeah, it was. You could tell it was frozen. And then they thawed them out, and then they tried to like cook them after that. So the middle was just mush, you know.
Well, it's Oklahoma, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, fuck. I mean, we don't have seafood out here, you know, but we get some decent seafood when you go to a place. But I thought it was kind of funny. Like, the lady there, when she came out, she apologized, the floor manager or whatever. And she knew her shit, though. She was like, yeah, you know, I don't really like our scallops either, you know. And she's like, we use diver scallops, and they're just not very good. And I'm just like, hey, you're right, and you know your shit. So good job there. You know what I mean? So it's not like we really got hooked up on the meal or anything. You know what I mean? But overall, it wasn't bad. Glad to be back, though. You know,
you guys got to hit everybody up then?
I mean, it was just me, you know. So I got to see my mom. And then,
oh, it wasn't the whole family?
No. No, I just flew back in just for a kind of quick weekend trip to do some of that business shit.
Yeah.
And that could have overall been better, you know, but whatever. That is what it is, you know. Putting out a lot of fucking fires, it seems like.
Yeah, I thought you guys had left because the kids were on spring break.
Nope. So we caught it was their week, but I left there the last 3 days or whatever just to get out and back, and it did work out because at least luckily Kimberly was off all weekend and she had the girls, so I was able to shoot away and get back, you know, no issues. But
nice.
Yeah, it's always nice to go back and see family, but I'm glad I live out here, man.
Yeah.
It's just,
Too much chaos.
yeah, and it's just a different, I don't know, just the city itself, the atmosphere, everything. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's
Right.
just out here, everything's a little newer,
Yeah.
looks a little fresher, you know. I mean, it's always nice to go back, but I don't miss living there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's reasons why we moved out from where
Yeah.
we moved from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's tough, dude, because, I mean, Arizona's a cool state. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now even we've been here for as long as we've been here where, I mean, I don't necessarily want to move away like tomorrow, but I think about it and I wouldn't mind moving,
Someday.
Yeah, someday, Colorado or,
Ugh, I did not like Colorado. No.
it's a cool state.
It's all right. It's a visit state for me.
Yeah, I hear that. I've never been to Tennessee, but for some reason I see myself living
Really?
in Tennessee, man.
Wow. All right.
I don't know. Either that or like I've always had this like that fantasy of living up in like the north, like the cold north, Canada or some shit. Yeah.
Right.
Go up past Vancouver or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just live up there.
Go hunt timber wolves.
Mm-hmm.
There
Keep yourself safe,
you
from
go.
real danger.
Yeah.
Cold weather's we don't get cold weather out here, so that's nice, right?
Right.
We live here, we don't have to deal with it, but man, I like cold weather.
Do you?
Yeah, I miss it. I miss being around. I don't need snow every day and like that kind of shit, but it is nice to go out and just to be in that kind of weather, Something
I don't
about
mind
that fresh air.
visiting, but yeah.
I like that fresh air,
Well, Flagstaff's close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess too, and it's situational, right? Because living in that environment all the time would be just as annoying as living in 120 degrees,
Right.
120 degrees all summer out here,
Right.
or 115, whatever it is, 100 hot.
100 hot.
Yeah, every day, no matter what,
No, I think I'll take the heat over the cold any day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll retire in the cold eventually,
Especially with my joint issues.
Yeah, and that's something that's true too, is this climate is very temporal for, body and everything else,
Right. That's why all the old people move here.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn snowbirds everywhere, So, hey, did you hear that somebody got slapped?
No way.
Oh, my God.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go figure.
Wow.
Go fucking figure that the biggest thing that's taken over the news. You would think like that war shit would
Right.
like.
You would think that that's bigger shit, right?
Nah, that's taking a back seat to the slap.
Wow.
Hey, Chris, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap.
Slap.
I'm Will Smith, bitch. Dude, I don't even, I mean, that's insane to me,
That's, man, there's been endless memes on that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's nonstop, like, the memes, the fucking, everybody's talking about it,
Right.
You can't get away from it, dude. That's kind of like this is like that epitome to me of like what is bad with social media.
Yeah.
Because you just see it and it's just like everybody, they're posting memes, they're posting videos, they're posting remix songs, this, that, and the other, whatever it might be.
Right.
And it just like the more I see it, or like you don't even have to see it. You just have to like hear it, or like interacting with other people and they're asking you, or you hear other people talking about it.
Right.
Or on every podcast, every single fucking podcast they've talked about, including tomato cans now.
Yeah.
But like you just I see all this shit everywhere. I hear them talking about it, and that's what like drives me away and like pushes me further away from social media, shit like that.
For sure, man.
Because I just look at it and I just like I see like people, like intelligent people or people that I know and respect and shit. And then like I feel like we're in idiocracy because it's like people are dumbing themselves down to
Right.
like hit this note. You know what I mean? And it's so temporary.
I think more people need to move to Stockton.
Yeah, right?
Experience that
Yeah.
shit.
Hear the slap, feel the slap.
Right.
You know? But dude, I just seeing that shit and everything else, it like drives me away from wanting to get onto social media and wanting to like interact with people. The more I see it, I want to be like, yo, y'all just need to shut the fuck up about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what a social media like microscope is, right? Everything that blows up, it goes viral for a week or whatever else until the next thing that happens.
Until the next thing.
You know? What's the next thing?
I don't know. Whoever talks shit about Jada.
Yeah, or something, you know? And it was fucking alopecia, man. We talking like this bitch had cancer, bro. Fucking alopecia. Like, I'm fucking as bald as that bitch, all right? You know what I mean? You can fucking put me into G.I. Jane 15 if you want. I ain't gonna complain about it.
I'll
fucking
take that pay.
Yeah, seriously, man. Take that fucking alopecia money all day. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Some weak shit, man.
Got one little fight.
Well, good thing he's already in Bel Air, so.
Got one little fight. My wife got scared and said, "You better do something because he just made fun of my bald hair."
Nice. Remix that shit.
That shit slaps. Ah, dude. Crazy, man.
Yeah. What else is out there, man?
I don't know. How's your training been lately?
Fuck. I'm in the slump again.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. I too many breaks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm just trying to slow and steady from here on out. We'll see what happens. You
Yeah.
know, just starting to catch a groove, and then went to school. Just getting back from that. So on to the next, man.
Yeah, I hear that, man. It's
How about you? Been feeling good, man? Like,
dude,
really good.
I've been loving it lately, man. It's weird, like I can't like attribute it to like that one thing. And, as much as I say like helping coaching, which for sure has helped out a lot, right? Confidence. I mean, and honestly, dude, like the biggest part I think for me even was like, I knew like, we've been training there since day one, basically,
Right.
And so I knew like where I was as far as around other people and who training with whom and, been there long enough. But it's a validation kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And so like once I finally got asked to like start helping teach or like help coach, it was one of those things where it wasn't like beforehand. It would be just like when I was a blue belt, I'd just be like, "Hey, can I volunteer time?"
Right.
"Oh yeah, sure, go ahead."
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like, not that I was getting disrespected, but I didn't feel like even on my level, I didn't feel like I kind of felt more imposter syndrome. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's like, yeah, okay, I've been training here, I've learned some stuff, but like the comfort level of teaching it and interpreting what I'm learning and trying to train at the same time is not what it is now, you know? So yes, the coaching and stuff has like helped my game, but just kind of the validation behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That really is like meant more or is just as much to me. I think personality wise and reinforcement wise, like that alone kind of like helped me understand like, okay, yeah, like I've put in this fucking time.
Right.
I've learned this, I've started doing this and that. And so now, man, like you said, like I have a different feel when I roll now.
Yeah.
Like my mentality even, it's just I come in there like excited again.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm back to like not those first days at white belt when you like fucking hate it, you know, when you're like, should I even walk in the door right now?
Right.
Like, I'm just going to get my ass kicked. But once you get past that first initial scared feeling, and then you're like, oh, I'm learning something, like this is new, you
Right.
know, and then you're like, your goal is to get to blue belt or whatever.
Yeah.
I have that same kind of feeling, but it's different in the fact of like, I'm not worrying about validation behind it.
Yeah.
You know, like I already know, like I'm comfortable in the skin, my jiu-jitsu skin right now.
Nice. Good, man.
And it's
Good.
been awesome, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I've-
I've definitely noticed.
I love it. I mean, even just like thinking about it, it makes me smile, dude. Like lately, it's all jiu-jitsu has been for me is so much smile,
Nice.
you know, which is a weird way to put it, but
Yeah.
it has been.
No,
like,
I understand. I'm not at that same
Right.
spot right now.
yeah, and you know, we talk so much over time and not on here, but just in general with training, like peaks and valleys,
Mhm.
you know, that kind of stuff. Like I can't really ever like say of a time when I had some horrible like low point where it was just like I don't feel like I'm getting any better. It happens like daily, right? You know, you have those moments throughout a day of training, or in a week you have multiple moments of that where
Right.
you can recall. But I never felt where like an extended amount of time where I felt in a rut. And I mean, I still haven't felt that. But on the opposite side of that, like the highs of jujitsu, it's always kind of like, you know, you're like, well, but then next week you kind of plateau off.
Yeah.
Right now, it's for me, it just feels like every week is like ascending still, or you know
nice.
what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not, I don't feel like I'm hitting somewhere where I'm kind of leveling off.
Right.
I feel like I kind of got over that hump and now I'm going up to the fucking apex,
Yeah.
you know, which is,
Yeah.
it's just a weird feeling,
Nice.
but I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love the training lately. I love like our groups that we have in the mornings, you know, like just, it's great, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I'm glad for you.
It's about like the, you know, my confidence issues and everything that you know, like I don't ever really talk about it, you know what I mean? But as outgoing as I am as a person, I use that's kind of like my security blanket shield for my insecurities that I hold into myself.
Right.
And so really it's weird even to say it because like jujitsu has become something that I don't have the insecurities with anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man,
Like
that must be a good feeling. Man.
and I'm not saying like I feel like I know everything because
Right.
I still walk in there and I still get my ass kicked
Right.
and I'm still learning every day, but it's not, I don't feel like that awkwardness with jujitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've kind of accepted everything and mentally about it, and it's just I don't know, dude. I feel like in like this really great space with it.
Good.
Maybe like when somebody like when they finally find God or something, and you know, and they're like, I never believed before, and you know, like I read one sentence and now
I have seen the light.
I've seen the light. Like it's just something with it. Like it just clicked with me, and everything just seems to be like. Again, now, like I said, there's still all those rough moments. There's rough patches. You know, you still get beat up every day, but as a whole, my mentality of it is just positive. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's been great, man. That's about the highlight of everything for me is jujitsu.
Nice. I like the sound of that, man.
Yeah, I do too. You know, I don't know if that says much. I mean, everything else sucks, but jujitsu. You know. But,
isn't that enough?
yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
right? Isn't that if we could all just have jujitsu and be okay, you know? But yeah, dude, you know, I'm like you're saying that. I'm glad to hear that because I feel like it's kind of moved along or you know improved a bunch.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's cool though for me is like just looking at like our group, particularly in the mornings. You know, we have about the same, anywhere from 6 to 12 usually, you know, usually about 10, but that group that we know is going to be there all the time. And just to watch the improvements of all of our group, you know. And
sucks for Brian though, man.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Brian, dude.
Well, his surgery went okay, right?
Surgery went well, yeah. So
He's
that's
out,
just
what,
crazy.
6-8 months?
He said a year.
A year? Ugh.
Yeah, he
That's
won't be training
heartbreaking,
for a
man.
year, dude. Like I was saying, man, I just picture him like coming back. He's gonna be all beard out like Tom Hanks from
Right.
Castaway, just looking looking all crazy. Well, son,
What's a shrimp?
show your roll. Show your roll. He has a roll of tape. That's all the tape's gone. It's just
Right.
like the inside
The
part.
core of it.
It's just the cord. He wrote Moya on it. Moya. He's talking to it every night. He's going through the rolls with Moya every day. Oh man, love you, Brian. Yeah, that's tough though, man. It's crazy, even like the fact that he had been training through that with no ACL.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like
That's crazy.
none, just non-existent. Hey, I mean, that's pretty cool though to be able to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, a year before he can start training again, then at least a year to get back to where he was.
Yeah.
That's going to be a grueling 2 years, man.
Dude, that's a long time.
Yeah.
You know? I can't, shit. After all that talk about, like, how good it's been, I couldn't imagine if somebody told me, like, hey, after tomorrow, you can't train for 2 years.
Right.
You know, or a year, at least a year.
Done for 2 years.
Yeah, you know? Holy fuck. That would probably put me into a depression right now. You know what I mean? I'd go crazy, dude.
The pain is real, man.
Yeah, they push me to the deepest, darkest caverns of the right wing. Be fucking QAnon and shit. Yeah, be calling me the next Steve Bannon, you know?
Oh, boy. Woo.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling it.
Yeah?
I'm feeling it.
Another Saturday night, dude. We have not done this shit in a long fucking time.
Too long, man.
Too long.
Too long. I can't remember. When was the last time?
I honestly couldn't tell you either. We've had a couple, like...
mediocre
Yeah,
sessions.
nothing that can get sent out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
matter of fact, the last time was when we had some of this tea.
yeah. As a matter of fact, you're right. That ended a little differently.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's footage from the last few, I think up until today, the last few times we've tried to record that footage is...
just garbage. Huh?
Yeah, that's in the ether, you know what I mean? That shit.
Yeah.
That belongs in like the B-roll. It's the for our eyes only shit.
Right.
You know, hookers and cocaine and...
How you feeling?
Not too bad, man.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Just...
You right about where I'm at?
I don't know, man. I don't know. What time is it? 8:30?
8:30.
We got about 30 minutes in. Dude, let's see here. What we got? No fights tonight. Nothing really going on this weekend. Next weekend, we got some fights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, next weekend is Volk and Zombie, right?
Yeah. Zombie and Volk, and you got what was the other one? Aljo and Piotr Jan.
Yeah.
And Hamzat's fighting Gilbert Burns.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's the fight I'm most excited to see, dude.
Yeah.
I cannot wait
That's a
to
good
see
one.
fucking Hamzat, man. I hope that dude is everything that he says he is.
Dude, he's legit.
I mean, everything I've seen so far doesn't say anything the opposite, but like just thinking like when Conor came in and he won one championship, it was crazy. And then he came in and he was like, I'm going to be a champ. And he did it, right? And that fight against Eddie Alvarez, I mean, he pieced up Eddie Alvarez. Like, I had never seen Eddie Alvarez get pieced up before to that point. I mean, he destroyed a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably Conor's overall. Like, it's hard to say he knocked Jose Aldo out in 13 seconds.
Right.
So it's hard to say that's not like your best fight because it ended that quickly.
Right.
But the work that he did against Eddie Alvarez, the way he
There was
fucking,
no denying it.
I mean, undeniable. And I mean, he was like, stick, can't touch me. Stick, can't touch me. Like,
Right.
it was in the zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, phenomenal. So to see that, like, you haven't really thought anybody else had kind of that ability to take over that way and say those things and do them and be so like captivating like Connor did.
Right.
Hamzat's there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the personality, like he's got that magnetism about him that he's a guy that you're interested to see. I mean, the fights he's had so far, he's been untouched.
I kill everybody.
Yeah, I kill everybody. I want to smash everybody. You know, like, dude, I fucking love that guy, man. I hope he does it. I hope he becomes champ.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that would be phenomenal.
If anybody can do it, man, he can do it.
Yeah.
But let's get one champ first.
Yeah, you got to start with one. And it all starts with beating Gilbert Burns next week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which ain't easy either.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun fight.
I don't know, man. I see him walking through Burns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so same thing. I don't see him losing. I see him winning it, but just to say, like, it's hard to say anybody's just going to win in a fight in a landslide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to, like, predict that for anybody. It'd be crazy, though. I mean, he's 3 fights and he's been hit, 2 times?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, you know? So,
Something
I mean,
like that.
yeah, some unfucking believable stat. If he gets through this fight, I don't see him running through Gilbert Burns like that. I see him at least taking some punches.
You think so?
I think so. But then again, maybe not. Maybe he just fucking...
I don't think it's going to be like a 10-second fight, but yeah, I think
first round finish?
It'll be a first round finish.
Yeah.
It'll be domination.
I tell you what, if it is that, if he gets the first round finish and is dominant, then you don't have any reason to not call for him to get a title shot. You know what I mean? Like, I could see, like, if he fights Gilbert Burns and it's a tough fight and he wins a decision, where you could say, yeah, he deserves a title, but you could also say, like, maybe one more fight.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe one more.
If he came in there and he just destroys Burns and leaves no doubt in anybody's mind,
yeah,
there's no reason to not give him that title shot. You know, that's a dude. Him versus Kamaru.
Yeah, that's tough to say, man. That's going to be a fight.
That's the fight of all of them to call. That's the tough one, you know.
You know, the thing is, though, I think that Covington he exposed a lot of Kamaru's openings.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, I think after that fight, people can see like how to capitalize. I mean, knowing what to do and then being able to do it is 2 different things, though, right?
Right.
So
I mean, he did get 2 takedowns on him. You know?
I mean, some of those rounds were questionable, man. I mean, if you were a Colby fan, there's definitely an argument there that he could have gotten the decision. But who's to say, man? I think I always lean towards the champ, and it's the champ's belt. And if you're coming in to take the belt, then you need to take it.
Yeah.
Right.
And see, so that's how I feel. Like, whenever people get pissed off because they're like, "Oh man, he won that fight,"
right.
You know, like, I'm along those same lines. Like, if you watch the fight, Colby had great rounds, and he definitely won a couple of those rounds.
Right.
And maybe you could even say, like, he was closer to winning 3 rounds than not. However, 5-round fight, you're coming in against the champ. I mean, this is like when they say like a home field advantage, home court advantage, like by default, I think a 5th round in a championship fight is as close to by definition a home field advantage a champion can get. Right?
Yeah.
If you've gotten to that point, you better damn sure finish that fucking guy if you want that belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless you've been beating him the whole fight and that last 5 minutes is just kind of like a foregone conclusion.
Right.
But you still got to get there.
Right.
You know?
One round, that round, pretty much automatically goes to the champ.
I mean, it's going to be the champ's
Right.
round unless you fucking take it from him.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, man, as much as I love Colby, and I mean, I thought Colby did really well that fight.
Oh yeah, he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
man.
but when it comes down to that, you've got to take the belt, you
Yeah.
know? And I mean, that's along the lines by definition over years and years of watching good fights,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, you have to take that belt. It's the Gustafson versus John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reyes versus John Jones,
Right.
Silva versus John Jones, or Santos, I mean, or Thiago, was it Santos or Silva? Maheta. Anyways,
Yeah.
whichever one. That dirty Brazilian. No.
Well,
But-
there's an argument there that should Khamzat have to beat Colby, before he can, go after the belt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, and that's tough too because, I mean, you look at basically Colby Covington is 1A versus the champion,
Right.
right? So you have the champion, Colby, everybody else.
Every-
You know what I mean? He's
Jorge.
already, yeah. And Jorge's dropped along that list big time, dude. And now that fool's going to be fucking back in prison, man.
Right.
And
Right.
I hope not, but still, that's in its own sense was stupid. But you look and like Colby has lost twice already to Usman. So you can't just give him that
Right.
fight again against
Right.
Usman because he deserves. I mean, yes, he deserves. Like, I don't think there's anybody better than him except for Usman
Yeah.
in that division, right? And even then, that could go down to depending on the night.
Could be
Between those
man.
two,
Could
right?
Be. Could be.
So looking at that, like, should Khamzat fight Colby? Yeah, probably. But Colby won his last fight. And Colby, he's not looking to try to get in a title eliminator fight.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't know what's best for Colby. I think for Khamzat, if he wins, man, it's belt or bust. And, same thing though. He says, give me whoever, put whoever in front of me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it's going to go. But I don't see Colby wanting to take that fight either, though.
Right.
I just don't see it.
What does he do now?
Yeah.
Go
I
up
don't
and
know.
wait. I don't know.
Try to fight Izzy.
Ugh, that's another war he doesn't want to get into, man.
Yeah, and as good as Colby's takedowns are, and as good as his pressure is and stuff,
Right.
I mean, Usman is a beast. Usman's not as big as Izzy.
Right.
And I think if Colby tried to go up and fight Izzy, I think that could be a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he can take on Whitaker or somebody first.
Yeah, and I think if he goes that route, he needs to fight Whitaker before he fights Izzy for
Yeah.
the belt. You know what I mean? But shit, what do you do if you're fucking Colby right now?
Yeah. It's fuck.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know what you're seeing, but
I'm
seeing
just,
shit moving around.
I'm just starting to feel the layers get heavy. You know what I mean?
Just starting?
The fog of
Oh,
war
wow.
is thickening.
I've been there, man.
No,
for
I mean,
like 10 minutes now.
I'm just saying it's thickening. It's getting to that point. But yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I'm amped for these fights this next weekend, and I like jiu-jitsu.
Enough said.
Yeah, enough said. Period. Just put a dot on that. That's the end of my sentence. What you thinking?
I don't know. It's definitely getting heavy.
About that time we take a break, huh?
Could be.
All right. Well, dude, short but good, man.
Yeah.
That was a good session. It's been a minute, so good to
Yeah.
fucking get this out there.
Yeah.
And get this out there to some other people.
That's what she said.
I know, right? All right, homeboy. Good to talk to you.
All right, bro.
Tomato cans, we out.
Peace.
Peace.